I can't help it. I'm still nervous about this market. I'm long, but not feeling strong. Hey, Courtney Smith here with our TradeSmith video weekly newsletter for Monday, April the 10th. And I'm not nervous about this at all. It is what it is. What can I tell you? All right, let's take a look here. So as you can see, I called this market perfectly. I told you it was going to sell off. It's sold off, but it's just been staggering lower. We've moved from about a little over 2,400 down to about 2,320. That's only a few percent. That's no big deal. That's all I was looking for. I think we still have more to go to the downside. We're going to challenge those lows at 2,320. And good chance that we're going to actually break down through that. Now, take a look at the purple predictor. The purple predictor has been very weak since the middle of March. And notice that it's making lower lows and lower highs. Now, they're mini lower lows and mini lower highs, but nonetheless, they're heading down. So this looks to me like the purple predictor is telling us that we should see the market dribble a little bit lower. Not a collapse, not a crash, not even a 10% correction, but something like a 3 to 5% correction altogether. No big deal. In fact, I would welcome it. Let's take a look at the Dow. You can see there I've drawn a little pennant formation down on with the red lines. But one of the things to look at is the two bottom arrows. And you can see that the red line down at the bottom, that's the 200-day moving average. We're well above that. And that tells us we're still in a long-term bull market, which is pretty clear. Now, the next one up is a blue line. And the blue line is the 50-day moving average. And you can see we're just bouncing off it right now. Now, that's kind of an indicator of an intermediate term trend line, and we're bouncing off it right now. Now, one of the things is that I just don't see this market doing all that well this year because of Fed tightening. That's going to keep a cap on things. We talk about the yield curve. That'll keep a cap on things. So still, I'm looking for a bull market. I've got a big special free webinar coming up, by the way. You should look for an email and come to that because I'll go in detail about my expectations for the coming year. I'll go into gory detail on the fundamental side. But nonetheless, right now, a breakdown would break the 50-day moving average, and it would break us out of the pennant formation that we're in right now. Now, the NASDAQ is still the best place. We actually went up and made a new high on Wednesday. That's pretty cool, but really, we're at the same price we were in February. So this is a market, although it's not dribbling lower like the S&P or the Dow, nonetheless, it's just going sideways. There's no bull market here. Seasonality, oh my goodness sakes alive. This is the IWM, the Russell 2000, and I use it as my seasonality indicator. And as you can see here, it's been sideways since December. Now, the red line, I've been counting it as bullish because we've made higher highs and so on and so forth. And I'm using that red line at 133. If it breaks below that, I'm going to turn off the bullish seasonality and go to neutral seasonality. Now, what that means is that up until now, I've been putting on bigger than normal positions, 50 to 100% larger positions than I normally would, because we've had a bull market. And in a bull market, in a seasonal bull market, I want to take extra risk because I actually have less risk. The chances of the market going higher are extremely high. Well, if we break that red line, that would definitely conclusively put us into a neutral market, maybe even a bear market. Now, one of the reasons why I thought we might do that was the purple predictor, which was very weak in February, March, but notice it started to rebound a couple of weeks ago, and now it's leading to the upside. So it looks to me like the purple predictor is telling us that we're not going to break down below that 133 point. And therefore, I'm going to stay long extra large positions. Seasonality, once again, just all scenarios tell us we should be rallying up until middle or late May. So let's just stick with that. Then they start to diverge quite a bit. Yield curve, the pressure's off a little bit. That's good. Asset allocation going nowhere. Our stock market risk indicator is showing that they want to take a bit more risk in the marketplace, and that's usually bullish for the market. Global shares, they're starting to struggle too, so there's no solace in Europe. Japanese shares are down, so we got to be out of these. I talked about this last week. I said we got to be out of these Japanese shares right now. We'll come back to them later because the Japanese have no alternative. I'm sure they're going to ease again, and so we will be back to buying them again. Bonds, we poked up. Look over on the far right-hand side, and on Friday we poked above those highs and then smacked right back down into the trading range. Let me show you what's happening here with our bond indicators. This is driving me nuts. The bond indicators are neutral. One's bullish, one's neutral, and one's bearish. Let's go back to the chart. Oops, one more. There we go. Let's go this way. So I have a feeling we're just not going to break above those highs. We're going to stay in this trading range for some time. So that's the way we got to play it. If it breaks out and closes above that top purple line, I'll go short bonds. Long bonds. If it goes below the bottom one down there below 116, I'll go short bonds. But in between, why bother? There's better places to make money. Now, we talked about that. Let's take a look at the dollar. The dollar is still in a bear market as far as I'm concerned. We have gotten this rally, which I've talked about over the last couple of weeks. But you can see we're getting up towards a lot of resistance between 105 and 101.50 and 102.50. And I think that will cap the rally. I'm still very fundamentally bullish on the dollar. I think there's only good news out there for the dollar. And so to me, I really want to be long. I really, really want to be long. But if I'm going to be long the dollar, then I can't be long gold. And look at what gold did. With the bombing in Syria, it popped up above the previous highs and then went right back down. It did it on heavy volume, as you can see below. Once again, I'm not really bullish or bearish on gold because our key indicators are neutral. One bearish, one bullish, and one neutral. Oil has gotten back up to the broken down trend line. This should be heavy, heavy resistance, and we should start to see the market go down. But it's such a risky trade, I'm not interested in trading it. All right, everybody. Thanks very much, freebies. Love having you here. And of course, you should become a fully paid up member because then, of course, then you'd be able to sit with the cool kids in the cafeteria, and that's so much better. All right, cool kids, hang on. I'll be with you in just a moment. Hey, Courtney Smith here, and I want to tell you about TradeSmith, our video weekly newsletter. Yeah, I've been bringing the hammer to the market for over 45 years, and now I share that expertise with you every week in a terse, to-the-point video newsletter. Now, see, back in the old days, I actually ran the #1 stock newsletter in the United States for 5 years, according to the Hulbert Financial Digest. I crushed the market. I went where the action was, and for 5 years, when I did this newsletter, it was the #1 rated most profitable newsletter there was. There's a picture of it. In addition, I also ran the #1 mutual fund, growth mutual fund in the United States. There it is. There it is. There's Morningstar. Look at that chart. Ooh, that's a beautiful looking chart there. And I was #1. Well, and no losing year in 40 years. I've been doing this for a long time, and I want to share that expertise with you so that you don't have to go through 40 years of experience. Trust me, I bled a lot in those 40 years, but what that means is I've led a lot, and I've shown tens of thousands of people how to make money in my career. Now, first of all, in this newsletter, we're going to cover the key markets. We're going to talk about the U.S. stock market. We're going to talk about global stock markets. We're going to talk about foreign exchange. We're going to talk about futures, even commodities, oil. We're going to talk about bonds so that this is a one-stop shop. You can come here. You don't need anything else. We're going to use options. Whenever we have the opportunity to leverage up and turbocharge our profits, we're going to do it. Now, this is totally unique analysis. You think that if I did what everybody else did, I would have those #1 track records? Of course not. What I have to do is unique. That's the only way you can beat the competition out there year after year after year. So, deep fundamental analysis. I'm going to talk about this on 2 levels. First of all, fundamental analysis of the markets, monetary policy, economic policy, trade flows, all of those sorts of things, but on a very, very deep level. I've studied macroeconomics for decades now, and I've been using that analysis for decades. In addition, we look at deep fundamentals of individual stocks when we look at our stock market trades. That is to say, we're going to tear apart these companies. I focus a lot on a few key metrics. One of them, strong earnings growth. In the final analysis, that's the thing that really drives stock prices. Another factor that drives stock prices is when earnings per share estimates are going up. That is to say, when a broker changes their estimate from 10 cents a share to 20 cents a share, they call their clients buy the stock, and the price goes up. So those are the two most powerful techniques that affect the price of a stock. And I'm going to tear that apart and show you why I love these companies. But at the same time, just because it's a great company doesn't mean it's a great stock. We need to be able to time these things and buy them when it's good to buy and sell them when it's good to sell. So I'm going to show you unique technical analysis you can't get anyplace else. It's a combination of a number of indicators. Some of them you might have seen elsewhere, but I use them in a unique way. Others, you've never seen them anyplace else. I'm the inventor of those techniques. But you know what? Even the techniques that I use of other people, I use from people who are friends of mine. Yes, I've been around this market so long that most of the greatest technicians in history have been friends of mine. In addition, I'm going to show you ninja trading tactics. How are we going to get the best fill? How do we enter the orders? Are we going to use stop orders, or are we going to use limit orders or market orders? All of those sorts of things I'm going to give you in our weekly video newsletter. Key benefits of the newsletter. Number one, killer analysis that you're not going to find anyplace else. This is unique. This is unusual. And I have to make it unique. I have to make it unusual because that's the only way I can be number one. By the way, I was voted number one bond and gold market timer for 3 years in a row by Timers Digest. You can only do that when you have unique and killer analysis. Killer trades, because once we've got the analysis, we need to make money from it. We need to turn it into an actionable item, something that we can actually do in the real world. So I'm going to give you killer trades. I'm going to tell you specifically where to buy, specifically where to sell. Nothing is left to the imagination. I'm precise. It's also to the point. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. So no BS, no stories, no jokes, no nothing. Right to the point. Here's what to do. Here's why to do it. And here's how to make money from it. So I'm going to keep it terse. It's about 20 minutes per week, right to the point with all the analysis. I show you the charts right on the screen so you know exactly why I'm doing it. You can double check my work. If I show you an indicator and I say this is what it means, I'll show you the recent past and you can see if it worked recently. Of course, it does. Now, actionable, that's a key thing. So many analysts out there, it's blah, 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 blah. It seems to me that all they want to do is they love the sound of their own voice. They want to sound smart. You know what? I don't care if I sound smart. That's not the point of the exercise. I'm not here to try to impress you. I'm here to help you make money. I'm doing all the same trades that I recommend to you. So trust me, they better be profitable. Easy. Like I say, I'm going to give you the exact entry, exit points. It's going to be super easy. Just type them into your brokerage platform, and there you go. It can't be any easier than that unless I came over to your house and typed in the orders myself. It's only $47 a month. This is a peanut for what you're getting. This is killer analysis, killer trades. This is something where, you got to stop and think of it this way. Can I make $47 more per month if I subscribe to this newsletter, or am I not going to make $47 per month? You know the answer. The answer is, of course, you're going to make at least $47, probably 10 times that, probably 100 times that, probably 1,000 times more than the $47, depending on the size of your account and if you follow all of my trades. So also, I want you to have a lot of free bonuses right up front. As soon as you sign up for the first month, I'm going to give you thousands of dollars of free bonuses. A lot of them are options related because I'm an owner of a company called Options University, and we've got some great education there, from option beginner to pro in just 4 nights. I like using options if I can because they can turbocharge the profitability. They can also be used to cut risk at the same time. That's a pretty awesome combination. So I'm going to give you from options beginner to pro in just 4 nights. Great introductory course for an option beginner. I'm going to give you how to quickly and easily master the top 20 technical indicators, some of which I use, but of course, as I say, I often use them in tricky new ways, and I'll show those to you as well. Retire rich with 10x income. I love this course. Really, isn't that what we all want, is to retire rich? And hey, why retire rich? How about retire rich and early with 10x income? This is an awesome course. You're going to love this course. It's going to get you focused so that you can retire rich. The secret is out with gamma trading. Now, this one's more advanced. I'm not kidding you with this. Gamma trading, I used to be an options market maker in the institutional world. I didn't deal with retail customers, only with banks. And what did we do? We did gamma trading all day long. It's something that's so super sophisticated that very few retail investors ever really understand it. This course gives you the insight into how to do this sophisticated technique. So we started from option beginner at our top bonus. This one, advanced and very super cool. Another one is, I love this. Come on. We're going to give you a new option strategy every month. So what's going to happen is you're going to receive a new option strategy every single month for 12 months, give you a month to master the strategy for the month, and then learn a new one, and then learn a new one. This is a great concept so that you can learn in a relaxed fashion. Gotta love it. I'm also going to give you 82-page manual on candlestick secrets. This is a particular style of trading, using, instead of bar charts, using candlesticks. What's cool is it's got flashcards. And it's really very cool because you actually get to learn just like you did when you were a kid. So it makes it super easy. You can be studying while you're sitting there on the subway or whatever, looking through those flashcards, the tutorials, the manual. It's awesome. And then finally, a very secretive part of the universe, foreign exchange options trading, where we combine foreign exchange trading with options trading, profiting from the 2 hottest markets. So I'm giving you 7 bonuses here. The value, if you were to go and buy those, go to optionsuniversity.com. Check them out. You'll see the price is just under $2,200. So when you sign up for just $47 a month, I'm going to give you these 7 bonuses right away. You're going to be able to access them right away. So let's repeat. You get the weekly video briefing with actionable advice. You get the 7 valuable bonuses, and all for just $1.56 a day. Come on. Really? You don't think it's worth less than $1.56 a day? Come on, man. You can't get a Starbucks coffee for $1.56, but you can get one of the best video newsletters ever. In fact, I believe it's the first video newsletter ever. But you're getting the same insights and the same techniques that I use to build that incredible track record of being the highest performing, most profitable newsletter for 5 straight years. All for $1.56 a day. This is a peanut. So what do you got to do? It's simple. You go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast. And yes, the W and the M and the F have to be capitalized. But go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast right now to subscribe. Get involved. Full money back guarantee, of course. Do it right now. You're going to really enjoy it. I'm not allowed to promise you that you'll make money. The SEC, the FTC, they'll come down on me like a ton of bricks. But I know what my track record is. I think as long as you follow the advice, I think you're going to be very happy. I'm allowed to say you're going to be happy. I'm not allowed to say you'll make money or they'll come down on me like a ton of bricks. We don't like that. So here's what I need you to do. Go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast with the capital WM and F right now. Go there right now. check it out, sign out, full money back guarantee, get all the bonuses, try it for a month. I know you're going to love it. Thanks very much, and I'll see you on TradeSmith. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.